If you're looking for a no pressure, low stakes reading challenge for 2026, look no further. My lovely friend Jen of Jen the Librarian Reads messaged me a few weeks ago and said, Kerry, do you fancy doing some kind of reading challenge that's not a challenge but helps us work our way through our TBR in 2026, but like no stakes, no stress kind of vibe? And I replied and said, yes, hell yes, count me in. So that's what we have been working on, secret squirreling behind the scenes. We both really like the idea of focusing on our TBRs next year. I don't know about you, but I've certainly started to feel a bit overwhelmed by mine towards the end of this year, and I've got some really fantastic books on there that I really want to get to, but sometimes feel a bit overwhelmed by choice. Jen too wants a year next year where she's just reading from her own books, and so we really wanted to think of a way to celebrate the home library and really kind of reignite our love for our home libraries. We also wanted to steer away from the whole like TBR takedown thing, because that's very much not our vibe. We wanted to create something that was more of a gentle nudge than a prompt, more of an invitation than a demand. And so we have created the TBR Reading Spa. I don't know if you've got any of these bookshops near you, but there's a bookshop in Bath that does reading spas where you basically spend an afternoon meeting with a bookseller, chatting about the things that you love, and they come up and curate you a list of amazing books that you might be interested in based on your conversation and based on your reading tastes. So that's kind of what we're going for. We're going for that vibe, but with your own home library. So to help you choose what book to read each month, we've come up with a few little questions to guide you to a prompt just for you. Think 90s magazine style quiz to find out which Powerpuff Girl you are or which boy band member you're going to marry, that kind of vibe. And if you've ever done one of those quizzes, you will know that if you don't get the outcome you want, you just go back and do it until you get the one that you do. Jen has come up with the prompts and we've deliberately kept them really vague so that you can mood read with some very gentle guidance from our monthly quizzes. So as an example, for January, the first question is, how are you feeling about your reading at the start of the year? And your options are, I'm excited for all the new discoveries, I'm curious and open-minded, or I'm unsure where to start. And depending on which option you pick takes you to another question. Answer is yes or no, you get your prompt. And I think the joy of this is that you will very much be able to tailor your reading to your mood month by month. So if I was to do this today, how am I feeling at the moment about my reading at the start of next year? I think I'm going to say I'm unsure where to start. And the next question is, do you prefer to play it safe? I'm going to say no. And so my reading prompt would be, read the last book you bought or were gifted. If I'd have answered yes, I do prefer to play it safe, my prompt would be, read from a trusted author. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a flavour of how this will work. We're trying something new and it might be a bit silly, but Jen and I are a bit silly, so that's okay. So if you would like to join in for the whole year or just for a month, we would be delighted to have you. Jen and I will be releasing a video just before each month to kind of like go through the questions and work out what we're going to be reading. But if you're somebody who likes to plan ahead, there's a Google Doc which I'll link in the description below so that you can look ahead to see what the questions are and what the prompts are for each month. There's also a Storygraph challenge set up, so you could record your reading there too if you would like to. So if you would like to spend 2026 luxuriating in the joy that is your own home library, please do join Jen and I on our TBR Reading Spa. I hope that you are looking after yourself, and I will see you again in another video.